Chosen one, listen closely, because the moment your eyes landed on this message, something ancient within you stirred. It wasn't a coincidence. It wasn't a curiosity. It was recognition. As if your spirit whispered, "Finally, someone is speaking the truth I've been carrying alone." You didn't come to this message. This message came to you. It moved through timing, through intuition, through subtle spiritual currents until it reached you exactly when your heart was ready to hear what it has been silently craving. The reason why you feel others' pain so deeply. For so long, you've walked through life sensing emotions that weren't yours, absorbing storms you never caused, carrying aches that you couldn't explain. You've asked yourself, why do I feel everything so intensely? Why does the world weigh heavier on me than on everyone else? You've wondered if something was wrong with you, but chosen one, heaven has been waiting for the moment you would realize nothing is wrong. Everything is aligned. Your sensitivity is not weakness. It is spiritual capability, a gift disguised as a burden, a calling disguised as confusion. You feel deeply because you're meant to heal deeply. And chosen one, before we go deeper, pause for a moment, breathe, ground yourself in this moment. And if your spirit is already responding, hit subscribe and comment, "I received this" right now. Not as a ritual, not as a routine, but as a declaration that you are ready to hear what heaven has held for you. This message is not entertainment, it is a revelation. Because you haven't just felt the world, you've absorbed it. You've sensed lies behind smiles, storms behind silence, pain behind strong faces. You've walked into rooms and immediately known what no one dared to speak. Your heart has been an instrument tuned to frequencies others can't hear. You've been an investigator of souls, a quiet discerner of shadows, a vessel for emotions that wandered, looking for a place to breathe. And though it exhausted you, it also marked you. It marked you as the one who was born with spiritual antennas, with a light bright enough to reveal what others hide, with a purpose that requires a heart strong enough to hold what the world releases. That's why this moment matters. This is divine timing. This is spiritual precision. This is the instant where mystery turns into meaning, where your confusion becomes clarity, where the pain you've carried finally speaks. Chosen one, something powerful is about to be revealed, a truth that will change the way you see yourself forever. Chosen one, breathe for a moment and let these words settle into the deepest part of your spirit. Because what we're about to explore is not just an idea, it is a revelation about who you truly are. When we talk about empathy as spiritual intelligence, we are not talking about softness or fragility or emotional overwhelm. We are talking about a sacred system built into your soul, a navigation tool, a divine technology, something heaven placed within you long before you took your first breath. Have you ever wondered why you can sense tension in a room before anyone speaks? Why you feel someone's sadness even when they smile? Why your heart tightens when someone lies, even if their words sound perfect? Chosen one, this is not ordinary sensitivity. This is spiritual intelligence. You carry a radar inside you, a subtle internal instrument attuned to truth. While others get lost in appearances, you sense the layers, the undercurrents, the vibrations that sit beneath the human mask. You read the shifts in voice, the hesitation in breathing, the silence between sentences. You notice discomfort no one mentions. You catch the emotional cracks others try to hide. You don't do this consciously. Your soul simply knows. It recognizes emotional patterns, spiritual distortions, energetic imbalances with the same ease that others recognize colors or shapes. But let me ask you something. Chosen one, have you ever felt confused by this ability? Have you wondered why you know things without evidence? Why you feel things you can't explain? This is where your spiritual intelligence comes alive. Empathy isn't just a feeling, it's a form of knowing, a guidance system that leads you through people, situations, and energies with extraordinary accuracy. Heaven gave you this so you could move through life not blind, but deeply aware. You were never meant to judge the world logically alone. You were meant to sense it, feel it, interpret it on a deeper level. That's why you perceive intentions before they surface. That's why you can tell when someone's energy is sincere or deceptive. Your empathy reveals what the physical world conceals. This is why, chosen one, you often feel like you're living in a different dimension, because in many ways you are. Others function through mind. You function through spirit. Others hear words, you hear truth. Others see faces, you see souls. And this gift, this intelligence, has shaped your entire life. It's why certain people felt drawn to you. It's why others felt intimidated by you. It's why you've always sensed danger before it arrived, or blessings before they appeared. You are connected to something deeper, something ancient, something divinely orchestrated. But here is the part that matters most. Empathy is your compass, but you must learn to trust it. You must trust the tight feeling in your chest when something is off. You must trust the warmth you feel when someone's spirit aligns with yours. You must trust the subtle warning signs your heart whispers, even when your mind doubts them. Your empathy is not random emotion, it is heavenly guidance. It is your intuitive intelligence speaking to you, leading you, protecting you, revealing truth you cannot yet see with your eyes. So, chosen one, let me ask you, are you ready to honor this gift? Are you ready to stop treating your empathy as weakness and start embracing it as power? Because once you truly acknowledge what has been inside you all along, your entire life shifts. You begin to move with more clarity, more certainty, more spiritual authority, and the world around you begins to make sense in ways it never has before. Your empathy is not a burden. It is a divine compass, and it has been guiding you toward your purpose since the very beginning. Chosen one, let your spirit soften for a moment, because what we're stepping into now is a truth you've lived your entire life without fully understanding. When we talk about carrying emotional frequencies, we are talking about a gift so deep, so mysterious, so spiritually coded into your soul that even you have struggled to explain it. You don't just sense emotions, you hold them. You don't just notice energy, you absorb it. For you, feelings move like waves, and your heart becomes the shoreline where every tide leaves its mark. Have you ever wondered why you suddenly feel heavy after being around certain people? Why can you walk into a room and immediately pick up tension no one acknowledged? Why do you feel sadness when you can't trace back to your own life? Chosen one, this is your spiritual frequency at work. You carry vibrations the way others carry memories. You absorb the emotional residue of conversations, environments, and souls passing by you. When someone is hurting, even behind laughter, your spirit recognizes it instantly. You feel the tremble in their energy before they admit the truth. You sense the shadow behind their smile, the exhaustion in their eyes, the ache in their silence. And it happens so naturally that you sometimes forget. Not everyone feels this. Not everyone's heart functions like a tuning fork, vibrating with the emotional frequencies around them. But yours does, it always has. Your sensitivity is not a flaw. It is resonance. Your heart is a spiritual instrument tuned to humanity's deeper music. Others operate on surface-level emotion, but you feel the emotional echoes that linger beneath the surface. Have you ever questioned why someone can talk casually while your soul is whispering, they're hurting, something is wrong? This is because your energy picks up what their words hide. You carry the unspoken, you hold the invisible, and often, chosen one, you find yourself weighed down by feelings that never belonged to you in the first place, emotions you absorbed simply because you were present, open, and spiritually receptive. But here's the part you must understand. This ability is not meant to break you. It is meant to balance the world around you. Your energy naturally soothes chaos. Your presence changes atmospheres. When someone is drowning in emotional heaviness, your spirit becomes the anchor. When a space feels tense or dark, your vibration brings light. You are a stabilizer, a quiet guardian who restores harmony without needing to announce it. Have you noticed how people confide in you easily? How do they feel calmer around you? How do they walk away lighter without knowing why? This is because you are carrying what they could not. Yet, chosen one, I must ask you, have you been carrying too much? Have you been holding emotions that never found a place to go? Have you been cleaning wounds that were never yours? This gift, while powerful, requires awareness. You must learn to recognize what is yours and what is not. Your heart is strong, but it is not a storage space for the world's pain. You were meant to heal, not to drown. You were designed to bring balance, not to disappear beneath the weight. Your ability to carry emotional frequencies is a sacred function of your soul, a sign that heaven entrusted you with more sensitivity, more perception, and more spiritual strength than most. But now, chosen one, you are learning to master it, to feel without absorbing, to help without losing yourself, to sense without surrendering your peace. This is your gift. This is your resonance. This is your quiet, powerful purpose. Chosen one. Have you ever paused and asked yourself, why do I feel everything so intensely? Why do emotions hit me deeper than they hit others? If you have, you are about to understand something sacred about your own soul. This isn't random. This isn't an imbalance. This isn't you being too emotional. This is spiritual design. You feel more because your soul is older, wiser, and highly receptive. You did not enter this lifetime as a blank slate. You arrived carrying spiritual memory, ancient intuition, and emotional bandwidth that stretches beyond one lifetime. You were created with depth, and that depth has always set you apart. Your intuition didn't develop overnight. It was sharpened through lifetimes of spiritual cycles, lessons, awakenings, and soul-level evolution. This is why your spirit reacts before your mind does. This is why you sense danger before it appears, blessings before they manifest, and lies before they form. Your emotional system is not just reacting, it is remembering. Have you noticed how you understand people long before they understand themselves? How you see patterns others are blind to? How you can feel a truth even when no evidence exists? That is the mark of an old soul that has traveled far, learned much, and returned with wisdom woven directly into its energy. Chosen one, feeling deeply is not just part of your personality, it's part of your assignment. Your heart was crafted to function as both a sensor and a protector. You are here to read emotions, not judge them, to understand people, not condemn them, to sense the spiritual stories beneath their human actions. Most people feel only what affects them personally. But you feel a collective pulse. You pick up on the emotional atmosphere of people, rooms, situations, even silent tensions. You see beyond ego because your spirit recognizes what lies beneath it. You understand pain without requiring explanation because your soul remembers what it means to be human at every stage. Broken, healing, rising, awakening. Have you ever wondered why people open up to you so quickly? Why do strangers feel safe telling you secrets? Why do friends rely on you emotionally even when you don't volunteer? This is because your depth creates an unspoken permission. Your energy tells people, I see you, I hear you, I understand what you cannot say. Your presence feels like shelter, and most people don't even realize why. But you do. It's because your spirit was designed to navigate human complexity with grace, compassion, and spiritual vision. You were born with a heart trained to hold empathy without losing strength, to sense truth without demanding proof, to feel pain without shutting down. But chosen one, I must ask you this. Have you ever felt exhausted by your own depth? Have you ever wished you could numb your emotions just to feel lighter, just to breathe easier? If so, understand this. Your sensitivity is not a burden, it is evidence of your mission. You were not built to be numb, you were built to be aware. Your emotions are not weaknesses, they are spiritual instruments that help you read, guide, heal, and protect. And the world needs people who can feel, truly feel. People who can see the soul beneath the surface. People who can hold compassion in a world taught to suppress it. Your emotional intensity is proof that heaven trusted you with more responsibility, more insight, and more spiritual weight than most. So, chosen one, do not shrink your depth to make others comfortable. Do not dim your intuition because others misunderstand it. Do not apologize for emotions that were divinely engineered into your being. You feel more because you are more aware, more evolved, more connected, more spiritually attuned. Your depth is your power, and it is time you embrace it. Chosen one, this part of your journey is one of the most important, because having a sensitive spirit is a gift, but knowing how to protect that spirit is wisdom, and you, with your open heart and receptive energy, were never meant to walk through life unguarded. Your spirit absorbs, senses, interprets, and feels so much. And because of that, you must learn to protect your energy the same way a sacred flame is protected from strong winds. Have you ever noticed how easily your mood shifts depending on who you're around? How your peace can be disturbed by environments that others barely notice? How spending time with the wrong people leaves you feeling drained, dizzy, or emotionally tangled? This is the sign that your energy is precious and must be cared for intentionally. Not everyone deserves access to your heart. Not everyone is capable of handling your light. Some people are drawn to you not because of love or respect, but because your presence soothes the chaos they refuse to heal within themselves. You give clarity, comfort, and safety without even trying. But chosen one, let me ask you gently, who is protecting you? Who is giving you a safe space to rest? Who is filling your cup the way you constantly fill others? This is where spiritual boundaries become essential. Not as hard walls built out of fear, but as sacred gates made of wisdom. You must understand this. Your empathy, as powerful as it is, makes you a magnet for broken souls. People sense your gentleness, your intuition, your ability to hold emotional weight, and they come to you like moths to light. And while helping others is part of your calling, becoming their emotional home is not. Even healers, chosen ones, and intuitive souls need a place of refuge. You cannot pour into the world if you are running on empty. You cannot be the anchor for others if you are sinking beneath the weight of energies that don't belong to you. Protecting your energy is not selfish. It is spiritual maintenance. It is the act of honoring your purpose by ensuring you are whole enough to fulfill it. Think of your boundaries not as rejection, but as protection. Not as shutting people out, but as choosing what and who is allowed near your sacred flame. Boundaries are not a loss of compassion. They are the expression of deeper compassion for yourself. Without them, your light dims. With them, your light becomes unshakable. Have you ever felt guilty for pulling away from certain people? For needing space? For choosing silence over participation? For saying no even when your heart feels pulled to say yes? That guilt is not yours, it's conditioning. Your soul knows when someone's energy is misaligned with yours. Your intuition warns you when a space is too heavy or a person too draining. The question is, do you trust that inner warning? Do you trust the tightening in your chest, the shift in your mood, the sudden fatigue? Those sensations are your spiritual alarms, calling you to preserve your peace. And chosen one, when you preserve your light, something powerful happens. Your intuition grows sharper because it's no longer clouded by other people's emotions. Your peace becomes stronger because you are not absorbing every frequency around you. Your sensitivity becomes strength, not pain. You begin to live from a place of clarity instead of burden. You become a grounded, centered, spiritually aligned version of yourself, the version heaven intended from the beginning. So ask yourself now, chosen one, who drains you? Who confuses your energy? Who makes your spirit feel heavy? And who makes your heart feel warm, safe, aligned? These questions matter because your next chapter requires discernment, not exhaustion. Your energy is sacred. Your heart is rare. Your spirit is powerful. Protect them and watch your life transform. Chosen one, this is the moment where everything you've felt, everything you've carried, and everything you've questioned begins to reveal its meaning. Because your empathy, this deep, overwhelming, beautiful ability to feel the world, was never meant to exhaust you. It was meant to lead you. Your sensitivity was not designed to be a burden. It was created to be a pathway, a tool, a divine compass guiding you into your purpose with every emotion you've ever absorbed. Have you ever wondered why your heart remembers pain longer than others? Why you feel responsible for bringing comfort even when no one asks? Why you sense people's needs before they speak them? These aren't coincidences, these are callings. Your empathy can be transformed into influence healing, leadership, or powerful creative expression, you have a spiritual gift that allows you to connect with humanity on a level most people will never understand. You can comfort with presence alone. You can walk into someone's chaos and somehow bring peace, not by force, but simply by being there. You intuitively understand what others cannot put into words because your soul listens deeper than their voices. Do you realize how rare that is? Do you understand how needed that is in a world full of emotional numbness and spiritual disconnection? Chosen one, nothing you've felt has been wasted. Not a single tear, not a single heartbreak, not a single moment where you carried emotions that didn't belong to you. Every piece of pain you survived became a layer of wisdom. Every feeling you held became a tool for discernment. Every storm you walked through taught your spirit how to guide others through their own darkness. Your experiences didn't break you. They prepared you. They shaped you into someone who can lead with compassion, create with depth, love with intention, and heal without even trying. Let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed people coming to you for advice without knowing why? Have you ever felt drawn to help, teach, heal, create, or support in ways that felt natural, almost instinctual? That's because your purpose has been whispering to you through your emotions. Your empathy was designed to direct you toward the paths where your spirit shines brightest. The world needs souls who can feel beyond themselves, who can sense what others overlook, who can speak life into spaces where hope is fading. And that is you, chosen one. You were built for this. You are meant to turn your emotional depth into something transformative, something that leaves an impact. Maybe your purpose is to heal others through conversation, art, writing, or presence. Maybe your role is to guide, inspire, or awaken people who are lost. Maybe your calling is to break generational patterns through emotional intelligence. Or maybe your path is to be the quiet force of compassion in places where compassion has been forgotten. Whatever form it takes, trust this: your empathy is pointing you toward it. Your sensitivity is not random. Your emotional patterns are not accidents. Your deep feelings are not flaws, they are directions. Every time your heart aches, it teaches you. Every time your intuition stirs, it leads you. Every time you sense someone's pain, it reminds you of your mission. Chosen one, your purpose is woven into your emotions. Your pain has become your wisdom. Your sensitivity has become your map. And now it's your time to follow where that map has been guiding you all along. Chosen one, this is where your journey becomes sacred. Because healing for you has never been about grand gestures or loud declarations. It has always been something quiet, gentle, and deeply spiritual. Something that happens in the spaces between your breaths, in the softness of your presence, in the compassion that flows naturally from your soul. You heal not by force, not by control, not by demanding change, but by compassion. And this compassion is not ordinary. It is woven from every storm you've survived, every wound you've stitched back together, every emotion you've held even when it wasn't your own. Have you ever noticed how people feel calmer around you, even when you say nothing? How someone's tension loosens the moment you walk into a room? How your listening alone becomes a form of medicine? This is because your heart radiates a healing frequency, subtle, soothing, powerful. You don't need to fix people. Your energy does the work. You don't need to preach. Your presence speaks louder than words. You don't need to force transformation. Your compassion naturally awakens it in others. Chosen one, do you understand how rare that is? How divine? Your compassion is not weakness. It is spiritual alchemy. It is the ability to transform pain without absorbing it, to comfort without draining yourself, to see someone's darkness yet respond with light. And you can do this because you've walked through darkness yourself. You've known loneliness that felt endless. You've felt heartbreak that reached your bones. You've carried emotions that were too heavy for one heart. And because of that, you recognize suffering even when it hides. You understand pain even when it wears a smile. You feel someone's inner war even when their voice sounds steady. That understanding is what makes you a healer. Chosen one, let me ask you, Have you ever wondered why people trust you so quickly? Why they share their secrets without hesitation? Why they feel safe with you in a way they don't with others? It's because your compassion creates a sanctuary, a space where people don't have to pretend, a space where they are seen, heard, and understood. You bring warmth to cold hearts. You bring clarity to confused minds. You bring peace to souls battling storms they cannot name. That is healing. That is purpose. That is divine work. And your compassion is not something you turn on and off. It's something your soul is. You heal through listening, through understanding, through holding space. Sometimes you heal through silence, that soft, grounding silence that tells someone, you're safe, you're not alone. Other times you heal through your words, your intuition, your ability to say exactly what their heart needed, even if they never voiced it. And sometimes, chosen one, you heal simply by existing, because your energy itself is a reminder that gentleness still exists in this world. But here's the most beautiful part. When you heal others through compassion, you heal yourself too. Every time you choose understanding over judgment, your heart opens a little more. Every time you offer grace to someone in pain, your spirit expands. Every time you respond with love instead of bitterness, you step deeper into your calling. Compassion doesn't drain you, it aligns you. It connects you to your higher self, your divine purpose, your spiritual mission. You were not sent here to force healing. You were sent here to embody it. Your compassion is a vibration, a frequency, a quiet light that moves through you and touches the world in ways you may never fully see. But trust this, people feel it, they carry it, they remember it long after you've left the room. So chosen one, embrace the healer within you. Your heart is medicine, your presence is sanctuary, your compassion is transformation, and the world is already healing because you are here.